Whew. Okay, so decided to do this on a whim, but I'm going to be trying to give my honest thoughts and maybe like a, kind of reviewing, I guess, all the conferences at E3 2016. And again, I'm not at E3, I'm at home watching them like you guys. So, whatever, just get to it. Today's, of course, or right now is EA's. And, whoop-de-doo, Basil. It seemed good. Okay, don't get me wrong. There's some great freaking titles on the lineup, but it's just, Although I did like how quick and concise everything was. There was no freaking just droning on about bullshit. Everything was interesting at least, and everything was on. It was a good conference. It really didn't interest me that much due to the fact that, certain games, but I'm not going to hold that against it. Everything they did was actually pretty good. So let me just look at my notes here. And first thing they pretty much, talked about was Titanfall 2. And they finally have single player. Again, should have been there from the beginning, but again, I'm happy to see that, they're listening to the fans, and my god, that game needed a single player. But yeah, I mean, games can work as just only multiplayer format, but it's just a game really thrives when it has both, and like when there's more content in the same just game package, it just makes it so much better. Next thing, which I really don't give a shit about, but I will have to admit it sounded pretty cool. This NFL and the NFL leagues thing, they're pretty much setting up a whole like legitimate league where people can actually go in, like you and me can go in and play on the internet, and we could actually play for prizes. That sounds awesome. It just, to me, it sounded really interesting, and I guess it's really, I don't know, it's really bringing that, like, that new, like, that thing we were missing for God knows how long. Because yes, there's conventions, there's like, big tournaments, that you can go to. I get that. But the fact that now it's on a global scale, it just makes it that much cooler, that much better. Again, personally, I don't care. But for sports fans, this sounds awesome. Speaking of sports, FIFA. Obviously, the most popular freaking game that, EA pretty much makes, because soccer is the most popular. Football or soccer, whichever one you want to fucking go with. But, it's pretty much the most popular freaking game out there, essentially. I mean, for sports games. And one thing I really liked was the journey mode. It's kind of like a story mode where like you pretty much follow. At least it seemed like you follow one character. It kind of looks really cool. I really liked how you can actually create your own character. Yes, you can do that before, but this one actually kind of delves into like like the actual story of the character, like on and off the field. It just seemed really cool. And next up, EA Originals. So I guess this is like their indie game department, just taking like small. I mean, this is great for indie developers, but the game they introduced us, Fe, it looks kind of cool. Nothing really interested me at all. But like, if you really like the art style and I guess like simplistic gameplay, it looked pretty cool. I can't really complain about that. The Star Wars games. So yeah, apparently they're making tons and tons of Star Wars games from multiple freaking companies. And they pretty much showed us they really didn't show us anything, other than like, small, like, tech, behind the scenes builds of like, games that we're getting in the future. Some mobile games that I could really give two shits about. Don't get me wrong, it looks freaking cool. And I'm actually glad that, we're getting a lot more content in the Star Wars universe. It's just, they shouldn't really be announcing this stuff right now. They should just be like, I don't know, waiting for that, because now we're just waiting in anticipation, like, oh, when are we going to hear more about these games? Hello? Nothing? Okay, great. So, whatever. I'm excited for more Star Wars games, but since the last one was Battlefront, and don't get me wrong, the game's great, but it just loses all, playability after you play it a couple times. It's just, it got boring really quick. So whatever. But again, not holding them against it. I like what they did. They announced a lot of things without actually announcing anything, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Obviously the last thing, Battlefield 1. Now, again, we really have no actual gameplay footage of Battlefield 1, but they are going to be showing us, games, they're going to be showing like, the stations, actual gameplay is going to be at the freaking show, which is awesome. They didn't really show it on, in the conference, but at least we'll actually, have, videos on the internet of actual Battlefield 1 gameplay. I really like, what they're doing with the damn thing, and I'm really excited to the fact that it's World War I. Again, the conference didn't show gameplay, but the fact that it exists and it's going to be at E3, well, there's going to be a flurry of those videos on the internet anyway, so we can just look forward to that. And yeah, I'm literally filming this right after the conference has ended, so I haven't actually seen the gameplay yet. But so far it looks like it's going to be just regular Battlefield, you know, just standard Battlefield with just like kind of like skin swaps, but at the same time like new mechanics that would actually, you know, make sense in the sense of World War I. So whatever. Besides that, they did a damn good job. Essentially, that was the last game. And like I said before, yeah, they were really quick and concise. They weren't really bullshitting us around. I mean, they did, you know, bring some guest stars on. It was kind of a little awkward, like Alex Hunter. Again, they're trying to, you know, go for the whole FIFA journey thing. I honestly don't really know much about football or soccer. Again, whichever fucking word you'd like to use for it. Personally, football is the correct way of saying it, not just because I'm Mexican, but the fact that, yes, it's soccer, whatever. But yeah, it's just really cool to see that, you know, they've got like pretty much a nobody, and they showed like that you will know his name because of the game, and they pretty much signifying that you are Alex Hunter, you're the character, you're going to build the character, and you're going to pretty much go through this whole thing. Or actually maybe just might be that single character. I'm not entirely sure. They weren't really clear about that. I'm pretty sure it was just, you know, implying that you can put yourself in the game, or you can make your own character and whatever. But for now, it looks really interesting. And yeah, for a FIFA game, again, a very popular series that I can give two shits about, that was actually a really cool feature to get thrown into. I'm just jumping back to FIFA, but whatever. The conference was great, really quick, concise. They made everything was making sense. It was, you know, just tightly wrapped, and it was just an hour, which was perfect. They didn't bullshit us. They literally just made it an hour, and they released, I think about, or not released, but like, you know, talked about, oh shit, almost forgot, Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm an idiot. I forgot to have a damn list right here. But yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda. So essentially the storyline is humans or humanity or whatever the hell, I'm pretty sure just the whole group of people are just deciding to get the hell out of the Milky Way because it's pretty much just destroyed. And we're going to go to the Andromeda Galaxy. And pretty much you're going to be seeing a whole new vast worlds, new characters, which they really didn't showcase that much. And it just pretty much looked like, you know, just a sequel, to, which is what it is, to Mass Effect. But like, it didn't seem like there was anything new. Again, there's little to no information about it still, just some gameplay footage and, you know, behind the scenes footage. It looks cool, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've played Mass Effect, and I don't know if, you know, that feeling or that need to play another Mass Effect is still there. But, you know, for now, it looks cool, looks interesting. If you're excited for it, then this must have been a breath of fresh air because they did show a couple things. Not a lot, but it did show a couple things. So, yeah. Bottom line, the conference is good. It was okay. That's the main thing. Again, trying to keep my own personal shit on the side because, you know, there weren't that many games that were, you know, wow factors to me. But bottom line, they did a damn good, solid conference, and they weren't bullshitting us with like stupid, like, oh, you could do this, do that. It was like, and when the things that seemed like that, like the NFL league, well, was actually interesting. It was actually cool to hear that, yeah, we can all like pretty much become like NFL players, and we can just, you know, join a league on the internet, and pretty much it's just, you know, it builds a whole new, like a bigger fan base, and it's like more like the stakes are higher now, and, you know, it matters now to an extent. But yeah, regardless, EA conference, I'd give it, how am I gonna rate this? I've never rated conferences before. Out of 10, I'll just do it out of 10. Okay, I rate this conference an 8. It's a passing grade. It's better than a C, only because it was solid. It was solid work. I give it an 8. Yeah, solid work. Well, that's the video. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna be doing like the rest of the conferences. I mean, if you see this video, I've pretty much made the decision that I am. But yeah, I think I'm getting a little sick. My throat is a little tickly, and I think my voice is a little different, but whatever. Yeah, I'll just do the next conferences, and again, yeah, this gets an 8 out of 10. Solid conference. Didn't really wow me too much. I mean, certain cases did wow me, so I'll give it, that's why I gave those points. But yeah, good conference. Well, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.